A daily go get mism show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it whiz? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing. Take it off fast lane, no coasting. It's the Daily Go Get It Business Show all up in your area. Pretty Petty Tuesday right here, and it's on. Oh, and I'm gonna do this for you, old friend. Word. So we're talking about getting used to something not working the way it's. Well, actually, I think I put the title wrong because it's supposed to say getting used to it not working the way it used to, but it's supposed to say not working the way it's supposed to. So I'm gonna fix that, but it's all good. Matter of fact, I can fix it on the blog talk side, but it's supposed to say it's supposed to see. This is what happens when you have a little bit of a rough day, and and you try, I'm saying, but it's all good though. It's all good, baby. Getting used to it not working the way that it's supposed to. Oh, so this is what we're talking about. A lot of people unfortunately have to get used to things not working the way that they're supposed to work. And when you get used to something not working right, and that's your introduction to it, whenever you see something working the way that it's supposed to work, it can throw you off. It can almost make you feel like it's not working right when it is actually working right, or that it's working in a corny way, or a scripted way, or in a overly hyped up, gassed up way, when it's only working the way it's supposed to. And unfortunately, that's the way abuse works. When you have been in a situation like an abusive situation, when you see something, or when you see a situation where there is no abuse, it makes you look at it like, that ain't even really real. The way that it really goes is like this. The way that it really feels is like this. And the way that it really the way that it, and we gonna talk, So we're gonna get into that tonight. Getting used to it not working the way that it's supposed to. Hold on, baby. Hold on. I'm gonna change it. No. Wait a minute. Give me just a second, y'all. We gonna take off. Okay, there you go. Boom. Boom. And then I'm going to change it on There you go. Boom. Getting used to it not working the way that it's supposed to. Have you ever been in that situation? Has your intro into a situation ever been so chaotic, so crazy, so off the wall, so different, so unconventional, but you didn't know any other way, so you got used to that thing? And then when you saw something work the way that it was supposed to work, you looked at it funny like, what's that? That ain't the way that supposed to work. That ain't the way that supposed to go. That. No. But yeah, yo. So we're going to get into it. So let's get it popping. Urban Therapy with Sun 752. And this your daily, the daily Go Get 'Emism show. We do this every single day. Every day it rains. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. We break it down, baby. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains and the DG will do the same. I am your host, Sun752, aka Omar with the. And if you can't say Omar with the, well, then you just say Omar with the R. It is the Daily Go Get 'Em Show. T carry right morning, noon, and night. It's always a pleasure to see you, peepers, right in your sight. And Emily Dunlap is in the place. It's always great to see your face. And Robbie Ming, my big sis, doing the thing. She's something like a queen for a king. Tonight we're talking about getting used to something working. Getting used to it not working the way that it's supposed to. Getting used to it not working the way it's supposed to. Getting used to it not working the way that it's supposed to. Come on, man. Come on. Think about it. When your introduction to the way that something works is all wrong, you may get used to it, and then when you see it working right, you might be like, yo, that's crazy. That ain't the way it's supposed to be. Imagine growing up. All right, because many people grow up like this. Imagine growing up to abusive parents. All they ever did was humiliate you, hit you, beat you, embarrass you, tear you down, break you down, and never give you any type of positive reinforcement or encouragement. So you think that that's the way it is, especially if you are raised around other children who have experiences similar to that. So your view of parenting and your view of being a child is that of constant whippings, constant discipline, constant ridiculing, humiliation, and things like that. So when you have friends, you may go over to their houses and you see their mother and their dads treating them really nice, treating them really, really kind, being attentive to them, giving them things, encouraging them to do well, praising them for the good things that they do. And you're looking like, your parents treat you like white kids. And, you know, it's a real thing because a lot of black people really think that whenever they see other black people not in the stereotypical lifestyle that we place upon each other, we sometimes look at it like it's corny. We look at it like it's not real. We look at it like somebody is fronting. It couldn't really be that way. No way. Because I didn't grow up with it being that way. You know, I mean, we as black people constantly say things like the struggle is real. The struggle is real. The struggle is real. Well, how real is it? Most of us, I like to believe, who have struggled through our lives, whether we struggle with abuse, whether we struggle with miseducation, whether we struggle with poverty, whether we struggle with feelings of low self-worth and low self-esteem, we don't want our children to be that way, do we? So why do we look at people who haven't been through that or who are not going through that or who do not push that agenda? Why do we look at them like they're some type of outcast? Sometimes we put them down. Like I said, y'all family like a white family. Y'all not like black people. Y'all don't eat the same things that black people eat. Y'all don't talk the way black people talk. Not saying that there isn't any truth to that. But when you have lived a miserable existence, if your life has been full of misery, maybe I shouldn't say you. When some people's lives are full of misery, and then they see other people that are striving for happiness or seem to have arrived, it can make a person feel some kind of way. Who are you to be happy when I'm still here bitching, pissing, moaning, hurting, suffering, going through it? And this is a real thing. This is a real thing that some people go through. Akib Malik, thanks for coming on through. I appreciate me some you. I really do. Hope you enjoy the show. It's the Daily Go Getimism show, and we are talking about getting used to something, getting used to it not working the way that it's supposed to. So when you are introduced to something that's not working right, your conditioning is different. Do you understand what I mean by conditioning? Oh, crap. Oh, Crizzy. Hold on, y'all. Hold on a second. Hold on. I gotta fix a little something. Not a lot. Just gotta fix it a little bit. Okay. Here you go. There you go. You know, on a computer, you don't get to. There's no clipboard, so you know, like when you're on an Android phone. I'm not sure about an iPhone, but when you're on an Android phone, if you have copied multiple things, you can use a clipboard and choose what you want to paste to, which thing that you want to paste. You have a list of options. Like I said, I'm not sure about an iPhone when it comes to that. Can y'all copy multiple items, or do you only copy? Like when I use mine, I'm like, I don't ever seeing a clipboard come up. Let me see. Shit, come to think of it, how do you copy and paste something on an iPhone? How do you do it? See, on an Android, you just press hard. Let me see. Okay, let me press things. I don't know, man. I don't know. But anyway. So yeah, conditioning. I was messing around with Crystal earlier today. Now the way that I taught her name was the same way that you teach most pets. You say the name that you want them to respond to, and you give them something that they want to eat, and they'll keep doing it. So it also works with, you know, getting them to do tricks and things like that. But the first way that I taught her, instead of saying crystal, I said crystal. Slow. So she picked that up. So, but when you say it fast, like crystal, she didn't respond. So today, I did it like crystal. And that's why she's over there looking at me now like, yo, you got that? You got the candy for me? You got the candy for me? Anyway, that's conditioning. It's a conditioning response. People learn by consistency, pleasure, and pain. Consistency of pleasure or pain. So when we are raised to think that something is bad that's actually good, we get used to it being bad. Or when we are raised to think that something that is bad is actually good, you know, if you're taught or conditioned to believe that lying is right, stealing is right, violence and handling your frustrations or problems with violence, it's a conditioning response. So you have gotten used to something not working the way that it's supposed to, because you don't even know how it's really supposed to work. So when you see the way that something works, when you see something working the way that it's actually supposed to work, but you've been taught that the way that it's not supposed to work is the way that it's supposed to work, seeing the way that it really is supposed to work can throw you off. And many of us go through that. So things like divorce, things like being deceived, being lied to, being brainwashed, being manipulated. When you're taught that this is the way that the game go, like this is all right, yeah, that becomes your new normal, and your new normal looks at things that are really the right way like it's strange, weird, not even good, subpar. Now I'm talking about. So that's where we are. Getting used to it not working the way that it's supposed to. It's not always an abusive situation, but a lot of times when it is an abusive situation, it's so disheartening to see. It's so serious, you know, especially when it comes to children. But it can cross over into other realms. You know how you hear a lot of women, I don't know about y'all, but I know a lot of women that grew into their 40s and 50s, and they don't like sex, for example. And they don't like sex. They think that it's overrated. They think that, you know, they can live without it. It's no big deal, because they've never been with anybody who made them enjoy sex. So when you have never had any real intimacy with someone, but your introduction into sex was something that was quick, something that was aggressive, something that was painful, and something that was one-sided, when you were made to believe that you're not even supposed to enjoy it, only the man is supposed to enjoy it, or something like that. Your introduction into sex has not been introduced the way that it was supposed to. So when somebody tells you how much like another woman tells you how much they enjoy sex and how much they get out of it and how they can't get enough of it, and all of the partners or the men or the husbands or whatever that they had such an enjoyable, healthy sex life, and you looking like, yeah, okay. Sure you do. Sure, sex is great. Sure. My brother from another mother, Norris Hill, sit back, relax, do your thing, tax, chill. Good to see you, my brother. Robbie Ming says, aha, you don't know how to paste on an iPhone. Well, see, I haven't copied anything on this one. This is a new phone. So when I was trying to paste, there's nothing to paste. I pasted on the other ones, but I didn't see that clipboard thing that I was talking about. Anyway, my work phone is an iPhone. I don't expect it to make me happy. It's a dumb phone anyway. This is the iPhone XR. Make sure y'all hit the like button, y'all. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This is the Daily Go Get Amism show. We're talking about getting used to it not working the way that it's supposed to. Getting used to it not working the way that it's supposed to. So yeah, when your introduction into something has been off center, off kilter, unorthodox, basically being introduced to you all wrong, but you've gotten used to only seeing it done the wrong way. Certain words, you know how it is. We grow up hearing certain words being spoken, and we think that that's the right way. Take the word copacetic. Now, you may have grown up hearing it being pronounced copacetic. Yeah, everything is copacetic. Everything is copacetic. Everything is copacetic. Everything is copacetic. So when you hear somebody say copacetic, and you're thinking like, well, why do you say it like that? And you don't know that that's the actual way that it's said. You've never seen it written down. So you running around here talking about, yeah, everything copacetic. Yeah, my crew is the copacetic crew. Everything is good with my crew. We copacetic. And then somebody comes along one day and be like, yo, don't you mean copacetic? And you're like, no. Copacetic. There are plenty of words. There's a street in my city called Hunting Park Avenue. Hunting Park Avenue. Most people in the city call it Huntington Park Avenue. Huntington Park. Huntington Park. You look up at the sign, it clearly says Hunting Park. But most people are like, oh yeah, I live in the Huntington Park area. Off of Huntington Park Ave. I don't know why. But we got so used to it being said the wrong way that when we hear it said the right way, you say it how white people say it. Do y'all underdig what I'm saying? Do you understand? Do you overstand? Do you underdig? Do you overstand? Do you feel me? Do you know what I'm talking about? Seriously, for real, see? Understand what I'm talking about. So yeah, when you are introduced to something the wrong way and you learn the wrong way to do it, learning the right way to do it can be extremely hard for you, extremely difficult, very taxing. And you might feel like you have to let go of a certain culture because this culture that you grew up in, they do it this way, but it's been done wrong the whole time. It can't be right to beat on a child and never encourage them to do good or give them any positive reinforcement, to never let them know that you're proud of them or that you love them or that you care or that you think that they're special, handsome, beautiful, smart. How can that be right? And you'll hear some people say, like, this is something that concerns me. You know how people have children, small children, they have babies. And after a little while, they stop, the child wants to be picked up. And they tell them, no, don't keep picking that baby up because they're going to be spoiled. Now, that might not sound like a big thing to y'all, but you got to think about the message that is sending to that child. They used to love me, and they used to pick me up and give me affection, show love. and now they don't do it anymore. I must have reached my love expiration date. I've reached my love and affection expiration date. And I hear people say it all the time. Don't keep picking him or her up. They're gonna be spoiled. Why wouldn't you want your child to be spoiled? I'm not saying that you want them to be a brat, but why wouldn't you want them to know that you are the person to deliver them to be loved and doted on and appreciated? I mean, don't and the child be like 2 years old. Damn. 2? We can't keep getting picked up till we at least 3 or 4? No. Now I ain't gonna front. When my baby was about 3, I used to make her walk a lot. Because we would walk. We would drive. I always felt like kids should stretch their legs out. But I definitely picked her up, threw her in the air, swung her around, that type of thing. It's because I know she liked it and I know she needed it, wanted it, and it was a pleasure for me to give that to her. I don't mind you being spoiled. Just don't want you to be a brat. You can spoil a person and still give them some responsibilities as a bargaining chip for getting the things that they want. It don't always have to be like you just give without any sense of duty. It doesn't have to be that way. Ain't gotta be like that, Don. How is this a question? Facebook be glitching like crazy. It's not a question. Your post was formatted as a question. What question? Definitely not the titles. Y'all gonna go into the description? Oh well. Excuse me. So yeah, getting used to it not working the way that it's supposed to. Getting used to it not working the way that it's supposed to. Negative conditioning, and it's a concern for me. I hate to see it because it looks like you're hating when you have been introduced to something in the wrong way. And now that's your way. Robbie Ming says, actually, is there a correct way to do something? Yeah. Robbie Ming says, this virus is not what I'm used to. Sucré sur toi. What's going on, ma? Sucré sur toi. Sucré JTX. Good to see me some you. Thanks for coming on through. Well, I was going to say, thanks for coming on by. Thanks for coming on through. Yeah. Getting used to it not working the way that it's supposed to. Shoot. Have you ever had an electronic device that didn't work the way that it was supposed to, and you just got so used to it working that way that you just sort of swept it under the rug? You ever buy a car that was essentially a lemon? You got so used to the car not having the type of power that it's supposed to have, or certain dials or certain mechanical things, even inside the car on the dashboard, not working right. Then you just got used to it. You ain't know no better. You ain't know no better? Mona Garris, what's going on, Mo? Good to see me some you. Good to see me some you. Thanks for coming on by. Thanks for coming on through. So yeah. Yo, get used to a car. Maybe you know how the steering wheel is supposed to be 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. You get used to it being on like 10 and 5. Something like that. You used to it. Well, I guess it would be 11 and 5. You know what I mean. So going straight is 11 and 5. Yeah, but that's how you used to drive it. I've driven cars that I had to start with a screwdriver. Shout out to anybody that's ever had to start a car with a screwdriver. You know, you take a screwdriver, you put it on the red post of the battery, and yo, you know, cars back in the day, you could do that type of shit. I don't think you can start a car with a screwdriver anymore. Let me see. It's been a while. Let's see. Starting a car with a screwdriver.
Here's how to use a screwdriver to start your car. Find the screws that hold your steering column's trim in place. Remove the plastic trim to reveal the car's ignition switch. Plus more.
Plus more. Let's see. Let's read it. It's been a long time since. Oh no, they're not talking about what I'm talking about. When I started a car with a screwdriver, I did it under the hood. They got it on the ignition. No. Huh. No. Yeah, I used to do it all the time. I had a truck, an old beat up pickup truck in 1994. I had to go under that hood. Yeah, baby. I'll be in business. Stop right under the bridge on the expressway. But it's all good though. Kept it going. It drove really good when it drove. But before you got it going good, you just had to, you had a good screwdriver. That was my key. As a matter of fact, I'm not sure if the car had a damn key. Yeah, I used to have to. Okay, it was sort of like a 2-man job. The key had to be turned to on, and then I had to go under the hood, and I had to do it by the battery. You had to sort of lean the screwdriver in. Damn. It's hard to remember exactly how I did it. That's why I wanted to Google it. But this ain't the one. This ain't the one. But shout out to anybody who knows what I'm talking about. By the way, y'all can call into the show if the spirit moves you, and the number to call is area code 319-527-6199. That's the number to call. I said a 319-527-6199. Yes, y'all. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get on the line. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get your shine, baby. 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 319-527-6199, baby. It is the daily Go Get 'Em show, and we're talking about getting used to it not working the way that it's supposed to. Getting used to it not working the way that it's supposed to. So yeah, when you have been introduced to something in the wrong way, and you've gotten so used to the wrong way that it has been working, that when somebody shows you the right way, it's hard for you to even get into it. Like, nah, that ain't nah. Narcille says punctuation misuse and misspellings in printed articles. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Monagara says, my mom had a car that didn't have reverse. So when she had to park, she had to push it with her feet. My family called it the yabba dabba doo. That's definitely on some Flintstone shit. Definitely on some Flintstone shit. And the Flintstones had a driveway, right? They lived out in the burbs. Bedrock was out in the burbs. What was the nearest city to Bedrock? What state was Bedrock in? That's what I always wanted to know. I know they traveled to Holly Rock. But exactly what state was Bedrock in? Let's Google it. What state was Bedrock supposed to be set in on the Flintstones?
Bedrock is the county seat of fictional Cobblestone County, and stated in the episode of the first season, the tycoon to be 200 feet below sea level. Presumably, the nearby town of Red Rock was located in Cobblestone County as well.
Where the what the how the huh? Cobblestone County. Did y'all know that? Well, what's the state? What's the state? Let's see. The Flintstones had 3 addresses during the series' six seasons run. 222 Rocky Way, 345 Stone Cave Road, and 301 Cobblestone Way. Wait a minute. In Bedrock, the zip code was 70777. And that's the real zip code of Slaughter, Louisiana. Let me find out. They was from down south. Let me find out. Okay. No, so it says I had a five speed Dodge Daytona, and the starter went out. I became a master at popping the clutch. That's what I'm talking about. Getting used to it not working the way that it's supposed to. That is a classic example of getting used to something not working the way that it's supposed to. Now, that's not to say that you would never get used to a car running the right way, but you have gotten so used to being innovative, you're ready for the shit to break. You're not going to stop yourself from, being ready for it to break because you're so used to driving it the wrong way. Like, yeah, well, pop that clutch, baby. On the negative side, you might drive it so rough to make it break just so you can get back to the regular way that you were used to. Popping that clutch. It's like popping your collar. Popping that clutch. You drove a stick? 5-speed Dodge. Remember what a big deal a 5-speed used to be? And then Corvettes came out with the 6-speed. It was like 6-speed. So it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what we doing? I'm saying that's what we doing now. That's what we doing, baby. Daily, go get him in the show. Oh. Hold on. Okay. So yeah, getting used to it not working the way that it's supposed to. Maybe you worked on a job that was mad chaotic, crazy. Okay, you know what? How about this? Did any of y'all or did all of y'all see the documentary on Death Row Records? Anybody ever see the documentary about Death Row Records? Suge Knight, Snoop Doggy Dogg, Dr. Dre, Tupac, the Dog Pound, the Lady of Rage, anybody that was associated with Death Row Records. Now, when Death Row Records, they would sign artists, but if the artists didn't sound like they were rapping the way that they were supposed to, or they didn't show the kind of heart that they felt like they should, they would beat them up. Like, what kind of shit is that? So they said that it was so crazy at Death Row Records. Like, it literally could not be named anything besides Death Row. It was like, it was like nothing anybody had seen on the negative side. Totally on the negative side. So imagine your intro into show business being through Death Row Records. So you done, messed up on a verse or some shit like that and got your ass kicked for no good reason. You said something wrong to somebody and they damn near killed you. And you got to be back in the studio tomorrow, or that's an example of being introduced to something in the total wrong way. It could discourage you from ever pursuing showbiz. Like, no, if it's like this at other record companies, y'all can have it. No, I don't even want to do it independently. But yeah, I never heard of any of that foolishness happening at Def Jam, Bad Boy, Sleeping Bag Records, with some other rap labels, Jive or Tommy Boy. I never heard of none of that shit. Even what was that record company? It was a real good one. They signed a lot of underground artists. That's where it was the label that Mos Def and Talib Kweli was on when they were called Black Star. Anyway, my brother Ansel Jones is in the house. What's going on, my brother Ansel Jones? Raucous Records. Never heard of nothing like that going on at Raucous. Never heard of nothing like that going on at what was Steve Rifkin's label? Mobb Deep and Wu-Tang and Sutra Records? Not that. I don't even know that label. But anyway, when your intro to something is that unorthodox or that chaotic or that crazy or that violent or that bad or that disheartening, and that's your intro, and then you get past all of that, proceed forward, and take things to the next level. And then you are introduced to something that works right. unfortunately, I have to go back to abuse. Many men, some that I'm aware of, they so used to their women talking down on them, you know, freely ridiculing them and disrespecting them when they get mad and stuff like that. They got used to that. So they think every relationship that they get into, they think all women will eventually, start to dish you, front on you, whatever. Maybe it's a control mechanism or whatever, but they're not used to a woman treating them like they got some sense. Then they do some shit like go down south and find a chick, with some old Southern hospitality shit. Or act like she knows how to treat a man. Not that you have to go down south to find that. But a lot of people say that down south women treat their men a little better than they do up here, up north. It might be true. I wouldn't know. Not according to those ratchet ass fight videos that I be seeing. So, yeah. So, Select Records. Yeah, Select Records was definitely UTFO and Whistle. And Chubb Rock was on Select at first. But I was talking about what was their label? It was a popular label, Mobb Deep. I mean, they had a lot of good artists on there. Mobb, Wu-Tang. Steve Rifkin, he was the owner of the label. Loud Records, there you go. Loud, very good label. Where they gave cats a lot of shot, a good shot. They wasn't gonna hit you off with no big advance, which is probably a good thing. Keep you honest. You don't have a lot to recoup. So you don't wind up owing your damn record label a bunch of money and you ain't made none. No 360 deal for you. So yeah, but yeah, being introduced to something in the improper way that is supposed to work, and then you get used to it. How you get trying to make yourself get accustomed to the right way? It may be unattractive to you, may be uninviting to you. It's like, yeah, I ain't doing that. No fun over here. So yeah, getting used to it not working the way that it's supposed to. Getting used to it not working the way that it's supposed to. Like I said, you could be at a job where the job just, with a boss, manager, supervisors, all of middle and upper management is just totally disregarding to the staff, to subordinates, and they're disrespectful. Things that a lawyer would just love to get his, sink his teeth into. But those are the kind of jobs that you're used to. And I'll tell you who probably have to get used to those types of conditions. Illegal immigrants. When you're an illegal immigrant, you're probably used to working hard and long and receiving low wages. Because who you going to tell? You don't want to get deported. You don't want to get sent back home. You don't want to violate your visa. So you shut the fuck up and take this low wage, these horrible work conditions, and this total disregard and total disrespect. You may never get to the point in this country where you see how a job is really supposed to work. You may never make it to that point because you're so used to the other way. So it's a whole mess. That's like big. It's a whole. You know what I mean? It's a whole mess. So, yeah, if you're an illegal immigrant, you know that your rights are going to be limited, and the rights that you do have are going to be violated by some people because they're opportunistic and they know that you can be manipulated into doing certain things because you don't want to be caught breaking the law and you don't want to be sent back home. You didn't run all the way over here because it was so great where you come from. Not if you're Mexican. But even if you're not from Mexico, there's a good chance that you don't want to be deported. So you're going to bend to the whims of those who are abusive to you. And that's what you've gotten used to. So you're used to being shitted out of your money or not being able to trust your employer or deplorable work conditions. Sounds sad to me. Ansel Jones says the stomach butterfly stage in a relationship that people try to keep. The butterflies. The butterflies in the stomacho. Butterflies in a stomacho. Yeah, it's a tough situation. A tough situation. Learning the wrong way. Like kids who are taught to curse at a young age. 1, 2 years old. So some of your first words are fuck, shit, hell, damn, motherfucker, bitch, and all that kind of like. And I know that y'all seen that because I have. I know that some of y'all have known some ratchet ass cats that told their babies, yo, say shut up, bitch. That bitch. So shut up, bitch. That bitch. What happens when the child goes to school? The teacher does something that the child doesn't like. Shut up, bitch. I've seen people do it online. But worse than that, I've seen people do it in person. Way before there was any online. Yeah. Way before that. Way before social media. Narciso says, I remember that video. I remember a lot of those videos. It's crazy. But I remember seeing it in person, like, yo, don't do that. Or they tell the child, yo, go over there and hit him. Hit her. Like, yo, don't do that. That's one of the worst things that you can do. Teach a child that it's okay to be violent with an adult. Or teaching the child that it's okay to show their frustration through violence. Where are they going to go with that? How they ever going to learn the right way? You know, you taught them how to punch, kick, slap, shoot, and stab their way out of frustration. And that was your initial teachings, trainings, introduction. It's going to be a long, long school day. But this type of thing happens way more than some people might give it credit. It's not a good look. It's not a good look at all. But it happens, and it's one of those things that we have to deal with. It's one of those things that we have to deal with. You understand what I'm saying? Getting used to it not working the way it's supposed to. All right, y'all. We gonna get ready to get on up out of here. Yes, we are. What we gonna do? I said. What we gonna do is we have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious. Last day of August, baby, is over. O-V-E-R, it's over. Summertime as a whole, we know it. Summertime as we know it is done. August is over. September 1, it's tomorrow. It's tomorrow. It's going to be all right. It's tomorrow. And let's do these birthday shout outs right now. You know, we have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this. Okay. On this glorious August 31st, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special because they are special because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box, Janet Smith, turning 57 years old today. And Yoshi Woods, Malachite, turning 55 years old today. And Kizzy May, turning 36 years old today. And Aisha Frazier, turning 39 years old today. And Patrice Chambers, turning 47 years old today. And Jasmine Ringo, happy birthday to you. And Felicia Morris, happy birthday to you. And my man Marcellus Ruff, go get her. Marcellus, happy birthday to you. And also go get a Judith Walker, who will not let you call her Judy under any circumstances. You got to say Judith. Happy birthday to you, Judith. And last but not least, my baby cuz Bianca Coleman, happy birthday to you. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious August 31st, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on it, do the damn, the rock out. Rock on it, do the damn, rock out. Rock on it, do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, man, listen, yo, check it out, yo, peep game. Learning the wrong way up front, being conditioned to think that what's wrong is actually right. And getting used to it not working the way that it's supposed to. We got to do another show that says hard to get used to things working the way they are supposed to. When you have been exposed to so many things or so many ways of life that was unconventional, off center, incorrectly calibrated, said and done in reverse. unorthodox, and just wrong. It's wrong. It's a borrow. It's going to be hard for you to get used to it, man. I want to thank y'all for coming on through to the daily Go Get It Business Show. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure that you share the show. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. And check it out, right? Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. I love y'all right back to life. So, Blog Talk, we gonna get you on up out of here. Peace. Yeah. And for my Instagram is Five Slammer Jammer. Thanks for letting me come through and kick that grammar. And for my YouTubers, you know just how we do, but I get with y'all on the other side tomorrow, my boobers. Peace. Yeah.